Did you know that a lot of people who actually have goals that they want to attain in their life, in their career, in their business, in their relationship, whatever it is, they only 20% of them actually end up attaining those goals. Why is it that 80% of people do not even achieve that in spite of having goals? In this video, you're going to be figuring out what are those things that you have to actually avoid so that you can not just attain your goals faster, but you can also be happier while you attain your goals. And also you can really get on to the next level of goal and growth once you hit this first level of your goals. Let's figure that out. Hi there, this is Karthik Sundararaman. Thank you so much for being here. And I thought I just wanted to share, I should probably share this message because it's very, very important that, you know, uh, that you not just have goals, but, there are some pitfalls that you have to have in your mind so that you can avoid them on your journey towards attaining your goals. All right, so let's take this context now. Let's take this context of, let's say you have a mountain that you have looked at the top of the mountain that you have in your sight where you want to reach. Let's say you're climbing and you want to attain this top of the mountain. And let me also tell you before I get on to the next phase of this, that if you already have goals, if you know what is it that you want to do with your life, with your career, with your wealth, with your relationship, with your business, or whatever that is that you have in your mind, you're already in the top 20% of people who have some kind of clarity on where they want to go with their life, what they want to do with their time. All right, so I want to congratulate you if you already have that insight. So this is not to say that even if you have goals you cannot attain. That's not the thing, but it's to give you some pointers on what are the pitfalls basically you have to avoid while on this journey of reaching that mountain top that you're climbing now. All right, so the context I have set already, that you have a mountain in your sight, you have a top of the mountain that you want to reach. So that's where you are aiming for. There can be anything that you want, as I said. All right, so now let's say that you also have a telescope in your hand. You have a telescope in your hand, uh, using which you constantly look at. All right, what is the direction I have to keep going? You constantly look at that the peak of the mountain where you actually want to climb, where you actually want to reach, and that's your goal. All right, that's where you really want to be there. That's the point that you want to set your foot on. So while you're doing this, now let's take this case where uh, you know you have to also travel. You have to also set your foot onto the next step that is out there in the path, right? The final step is definitely on the top of the mountain, but in order to reach there, you still have so many steps that you have to take. So let's say on your one hand, with your one eye closed, with the other eye having a telescope fixed to it, you're constantly viewing the top of the mountain, the final step that you want to take, that you have to arrive at. And while you're doing it, don't you think there are higher possibilities that you may slip up on your very next step that you are supposed to take and then just fall? We don't even know how many feet, how many meters below you might fall, and so that you have to come all over again. Got my point? This is one of the pitfalls that a lot of people constantly have when it comes to reaching their goals. They have a goal in sight, but since they're so fixated on the final step that they have to take, they constantly forget that it's only the next few steps that you have to take that's really going to take you closer to that step that you have in your mind. Got my point? So let's say instead of having your one eye or both your eyes fixated on the final step, let's say you're someone who's really determined to go through the process, go through the next few steps, and take that step carefully and just follow through on that. What's going to happen? Well, I'm not saying that you might not fall. You might still have a fall when you're taking your next step, but at least you know that you're not going to fall 100 feet below all over again. You will at least be sure that you won't have to climb up all those 200 steps that you have already climbed to reach to this position where you are. Does it make sense? Let me know in the comment box if that makes sense. So if you are just fixating your sight on the next immediate step that uh, you have higher chances of completing that and actually going one step closer to the final step. And you also have higher chances that you may not have a bad fall, a very bad fall, while you're doing this. All right, so that's one of the things to keep in mind. And the another pitfall that you have to avoid while having your sight fixed on the final step, on the final summit that you want to climb to, is that just imagine that if you're only looking at the top of the mountain, and if you're just not actually enjoying the scenery that's out there, enjoying the view that is in front of you while you're actually doing this climb, you're not feeling that air, you're not being thankful that you're on this journey, you're not enjoying the greenery, the snow, the other people who are also with you on this journey. If you're not celebrating all these things, let me tell you that once you reach the top of this mountain, I learned this from someone who climbs Mount Everest and all. Uh, you cannot actually stay on the top of that mountain for more than probably 10 seconds or 15 seconds, because beyond that you will get into a cold shock. Your body will start losing you know the temperature because of the altitude. There are so many factors that affects, because of which you cannot actually stay on the top of the point which you've been focusing on now. Got my point? So you can only stay there for a little while, which means majority of the time you're actually going through the steps and you have to actually enjoy what is in front of you. If this really makes sense, if this has opened up some kind of thinking in your mind, please feel free to actually comment below and let me know on that. Got what I'm saying? This is second thing. All right. So first thing is uh, you have to watch out for your next step that you have to take. The second thing is don't miss out on those awesome experiences that you are going to be having while you're on this journey towards reaching that summit. That's the second thing. All right. So, and the third thing that I wanted to share with you here is while you're on this journey, you might never know that what other opportunities that you might end up getting. Right. So let's say you're climbing to the top of a mountain, and you're also enjoying now. And if you're only just focused on that one point that you want to reach and ignoring what other possibilities that you can have as a climber, probably there are more mountains that you have around which you never thought of, which can actually be part of your plan in the future. Right? Probably you're not connecting with people who can actually enhance your quality of your life, people who are traveling, who are with you on this journey. Right? So that's the third thing I want you to keep in your mind while you are chasing after your goals and your dreams and stuff. So uh, just let me know in the comment box uh, which one among these is something that you have been not focusing on, which has been a pitfall for you, and something that you want to really keep up while being on this journey, on this adventure of hitting your next big goal. Just let me know in the chat box. And also, if you're super keen on improving your level of performance, setting your goals the right way, building habits that can actually change your life, I want you to check out the link and join my upcoming live masterclass, where I'm going to be sharing those 6-step process that can really help you live a high performance lifestyle. So thank you so much for being here and watching this video till this moment. Do like and subscribe if you loved what I just shared with you today, and watch out for more such contents coming up in the near future. Thank you so much. This is Karthik signing off. I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Take care.